Hello children, good morning. How are you all? Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all fine. Children, in today's class, I'll be teaching you the new lesson in English 1. Okay, I want you all to be ready with your Sparrow Sem 1 textbook. Take out your Sparrow Sem 1 textbook and take out page number 40. Okay, page number 40. Lesson number 7, the shoemaker and the elves. Okay. Name of the lesson is the shoemaker and the elves. Have written the new words which are there in the lesson along with their meanings. Even I will be reading along with me. Even I want you also read. So you can refer your textbook. Okay? Yes. Okay. English 1, lesson number 7, the shoemaker and the elves. Square means complete meal. Square means complete meal. Explain, yell. Explain, yell. Before long, very soon. Before long, very soon. Prosper, became wealthy. Prosper, became wealthy. Thrilled, excited. Thrilled, excited. Leather, hide of animal. So it is a skin of animal. So our body is covered with the skin, no? So same way the animals leather. So the animals also it is covered with a hide. So what we call as skin of animals or hide of animal. Wondered, curious to know. Wondered, curious to know. Delicate, soft. Delicate, soft. Squeezing, forcefully. Squeezing, forcefully. Elves, fairy. Elves, fairy. Creature, living thing. Creature, living thing. Okay, I want you all to practice the meanings along with the spelling. So, before starting this lesson, I want you all to read the lesson along with me. I will be reading a lesson for you. Even I want you also to read the lesson along with me. Ready children? Yes. Lesson number 7, the shoemaker and the elves. Okay. What is the meaning of elf children? It is a who is having a magical power. So one shoemaker means one who makes a shoe. We call him as a shoemaker. Once there lived a shoemaker and his wife in a small village. So once there will live a shoemaker and his wife in a small village. So where they were living, this shoemaker and his wife, they were living in a small village. They were very poor. So the shoemaker and his wife, they were very poor. The shoemaker was honest and hardworking, but he did not earn much money. He was so poor that he could not buy enough leather to make shoes. It was difficult for him even to arrange for 2 square meals in a day. One evening, the poor shoemaker found that he had only one piece of leather left in his shop. He said to his wife, "We are left with our last piece of leather and I have only enough to make one more pair of shoes." Early next morning, the shoemaker went into his shop to begin his work. He wanted to make the shoe as soon as possible so that he could go to the market and sell it. Only then he could buy some more leather for another pair of shoes. But he did not find his last piece of leather. He searched for it everywhere, but there was no sign of it. He was sad thinking that someone might have stolen even his last piece of leather. He was sitting sadly when suddenly his eyes fell on the pair of fine leather shoes, beautifully made and shining. He was so surprised that at the first he could not believe his eyes. He quickly brought his wife and showed her the pair of shoes. She explained how beautifully the shoes are. "From where did you get them?" "I don't know," said said the husband. When I came in, I found the shoes here. Who could have made this shoe? Wondered both of them. Even before they could think of an answer, a rich man came into their shop and bought the shoes. The shoemaker was very pleased. He could now get some more leather and for making some more shoes. He immediately went out and purchased plenty of food for his family and some more leather. That afternoon he cut out 2 pairs of shoes and just as before laid all the pieces on the bench so that he could sew them next day. Then he went upstairs to enjoy a good meal with his family. Tomorrow I shall make 2 pairs of shoes, he said to his wife as they went to bed. What a wonderful surprise there was for him when he woke up the next morning. My goodness, he cried when he found 2 pairs of beautifully finished shoes on his workbench. Who could make such fine shoes and so quickly? He put them in his shop window and before long some wealthy people came and paid a great deal of money for them. The happy shoemaker went right out and bought even more leather. For weeks and then months this continued. Whether the shopmaker cut 2 pairs of 4 pairs and then find new shoes were always ready in the morning. Soon his small shop was crowded with customers. He cut out many types of shoes, stiff boots lined with fur, delicate slippers for dancers, walking shoes for ladies, tiny shoes for children. The little shop prospered as never before and the shoemaker was soon a rich man. Himself, his family wanted for nothing. As the shoemaker and his wife sat by the fire one night, he said, one of these days I shall have to find out who has been helping us. He could hide behind the cupboard in your workroom. He said, that's where we could find out just who your helpers are. And that was just what they did. That evening, when the clock struck 12, the shoemaker and his wife heard a noise. 2 tiny men, each with a bag of tools, were squeezing beneath a crack under the door. They were elves. They worked all night and by the dawn. They had used up all the leather and made a row of bright new shoes on the table. The shoemaker and his wife were thrilled with what they saw. How kind-hearted creatures they are! They exclaimed, how can we ever repay them for their kindness? Said the honest shoemaker. Did not you notice that their clothes were torn? Said his wife. Let me sew them a set of clothes each and you can make some shoes for them. So the shoemaker and his wife worked hard the whole day and stitched 2 new sets of clothes and shoes. Excuse me, children. Did not you notice that their clothes were torn? Said his wife. Let me sew them a set of clothes each and you can make some shoes for them. So the shoemaker and his wife worked hard the whole day and stitched 2 new sets of clothes and shoes for a little elf that had helped them. That night they placed the tiny clothes and the shoes on the work table. They also left out a plate of good things to eat and drink. Then they hid once again behind the cupboard and waited to see what would happen. Just as before, the elves came in as the clock struck 12 at midnight. They jumped on the bench to begin their work. But when they saw all the presents, they began to laugh and shout with joy. They quickly tried on all the clothes and then started having the food and drink. Then they jumped down and danced excitedly around the workroom. As soon as it was dawn, the elves left the shop still dancing and enjoying. The shoemaker and his wife were also pleased that they made their fairy friend so happy.
From that day onwards, the elf did not visit them again. The shoemaker continued to prosper, and he and his family always remembered the good elf that had helped them during the hard times. Okay children, once there lived a shoemaker and his wife in a small village. So in a small village who were living? A shoemaker and his wife. They were very poor. The shoemaker and his wife they were very poor. The shoemaker was honest and hardworking, but he did not earn much money. But the shoemaker was very honest and he was very hardworking person, but he was not able to earn money much. He was so poor that he could not buy enough leather to make shoes. So he was very poor. He was not having money to get the leather and sew the shoes. It was difficult for him even to arrange for 2 square meals in a day. He was very poor, the shoemaker. He was not having a food to have, complete food. So what is the meaning of square meals, children? Complete food. He was not having a money even to have a food. One evening, the poor shoemaker found that he had only one piece of leather left in his shop. So one evening what happened? The poor shoemaker found that he had only one piece of leather. So he had only one piece of leather in his shop. He said to his wife, there is only one piece of leather is left over to sew. He said to his wife, we are left with our last piece of leather. So he is telling we are left with our last piece of leather. And I have only enough to make one more pair of shoes. So he is having only the leather so that he can make only one pair of shoes. So that he can make only with that leather what he can make. How many shoes he can make? He can make only one pair of shoes. Who is saying? The shoemaker is saying to his wife. Early next morning, the shoemaker went into his shop to begin his work. So early morning he wake up. So he went into his shop. As soon as you wake up, you will come to school, no children. In the same way here, the shoemaker, as soon as he wake up, he finished all his work. So he went to his shop to begin his work. So to begin his work, he went to his shop. He wanted to make the shoe as soon as possible. So he wanted to make ready the shoe as soon as is possible. So he wanted to complete the one pair of shoes, so that he could go to the market and sell it. So once he complete, what he need to do? So he needs to go to the market and he needs to sell that shoe. Only then he could buy some more leather for another pair of shoes. So once he sells, once he earns that money, so from that money what he needs to do? He needs to go and buy again the leather and to make another pair of shoes. But he did not find his last piece of leather. There was only one leather left over in the shop, no, to make one pair of shoes. But now he is not finding that. So, but he did not find his last piece of leather. So now he is not able to find that leather also. He searched for it everywhere, but there was no sign. So he is searching everywhere. So one piece of leather was left over to make one pair of shoes. He is finding all over his shop, but he is not finding that leather. He was sad, thinking that someone might have stolen. So he was very sad. When you lose something, you feel very sad, no? Same thing, he lost his one leather. So the one piece of leather, so that he can make, in that what he can make? He can make one pair of shoes. So now he has lost that leather also. So he is feeling very sad, thinking that someone might have stolen, someone might have taken. So if you lose which is yours, if someone stolen, so you will feel very bad and you will feel very sad by yourself, no? Because it belongs to you. It's the same way here. The shopkeeper, the shoemaker is feeling very bad, sadly. He was sad, thinking that someone might have stolen even his last piece of leather. That was the last piece of leather to make one pair of shoes. Even he lost that. He is not finding the leather. He was sitting sadly when suddenly his eyes fell on the pair of fine leather shoes, beautifully made and shining. So when you do something, you will sit in one place and you will be thinking of that. Same way here. So he was sitting sadly when suddenly he was seeing here and there in the shop. So when suddenly his eyes fell on a pair of fine leather shoes, beautifully made and shining. So when he was sitting sadly, so his eyes saw what he saw. He saw a pair of shoes which is very beautifully and it is shining, where it is found in his shop. He was so surprised that at first he could not believe his eyes. So because he was searching for a leather to make a pair of shoes. Now he is so surprised. So how can he find one pair of shoes which is beautifully and shining? He was so surprised that at the first he could not believe from his eyes. He was not able to believe. He quickly brought his wife and showed her the pair of shoes. So he was not able to believe that by seeing that pair of shoes which is beautifully and shining. So he went to his wife and he brought his wife and showed her the pair of shoes. He exclaimed. So she started crying out. All of a sudden, suddenly we will get a crying children. Cry out suddenly in surprise. So when you see some surprise, no, automatically the tears will come from our eyes. Yes, no? Something surprise. So what happened? She exclaimed. So she was suddenly crying. It was a cry out suddenly in surprise. How beautifully the shoes are. So what the wife is saying to the shoemaker. So she is saying, so how beautifully the shoes are. From where did you get them? So the wife is asking to her husband, from where did you get this? I don't know, said the husband. When the wife asked from where did you get this beautifully pair of shoes? So what the husband is saying? I don't know, said the husband. When I came in, I found the shoes here. So what he is saying, when I came to find the leather, the piece of leather, so I found this shoes, pair of shoes. Who could have made these shoes? So the both husband and wife, they are thinking, who could have made this shoe? Wondered both of them. They started thinking of them who would have done this. Even before they could think of an answer, a rich man came into their shop and bought the shoes. Okay, before they were thinking, so who has bought these shoes? They were thinking. By the time what happened? So a rich man came into the shop and bought the shoes. He took the shoes. The shoemaker was very pleased. The shoemaker was very, very happy because the rich man came and he purchased the shoes. So the shoemaker was very happy. He could now get some more leather for making some more shoes. So the rich man came and purchased the shoes. No? So from that money, so what the shoemaker will do? So he will go and buy some leather. So he could now get some more leathers for making some more shoes. He immediately went out and purchased plenty of food for his family. So one of the rich man came and purchased the shoes for children. So from that money, so what did the shoemaker do? So he immediately, as soon as he got the money, so he immediately went out and he purchased plenty of food to his family because he was very, very poor. He was not having complete food in a day. So immediately went out and purchased plenty of food for his family, and along with that he purchased some leather also. That afternoon he cut out 2 pairs of shoes. So what happened after having the food? No, so he started doing his work. So he started cutting out how many pair of shoes? So he started cutting out 2 pair of shoes, and just as before, laid all the pieces on the bench so that he could sew them in the next day. So he is keeping ready for the next day to sew the shoes. So he thought of sewing 2 pairs of shoes. So he is making ready for that. So he is keeping on the bench everything so that he could sew them the next day. So he can come and start doing the work next day. If you keep the things ready only, then only you will be prepared for the next day to do the work. No? So everything you come and do at a time, it is not possible. Same way here. ready to sew the shoes next day. Then he went upstairs to enjoy a good meal with his family. After keeping everything ready, so he went upstairs to have food, enjoy with his family. Tomorrow I shall make 2 pairs of shoes, he said to his wife as they went to bed. So after having food, so what the shoemaker is saying to his wife, tomorrow I shall make 2 pair of shoes, he said to his wife. Then he went to bed. As they went to bed, so tomorrow I am going to complete this class work, or I will do this work. You will inform to your parents, no? Yes or no? You do this, no? So because by the time you finish the work today, it will be the load will be more on you. So what you will do? So you will inform to your parents or to anyone of you, I will complete this work tomorrow, no? In the same way, the shoemaker said to her wife. So I am going to make a 2 pair of shoes. What a wonderful surprise there was for him when he woke up in the morning. There was a surprise. So when he woke up in the morning, let us see what was the surprise. My goodness, he cried when he found 2 pairs of beautifully finished shoes on his workbench. So before that day, he kept everything ready to sew the shoes. So that what he was thinking in his mind, let me keep all the things ready so that tomorrow as soon as I come to the shop, let me sew this 2 pair of shoes. So immediately as soon as he woke up, what did he see? My goodness, he cried. He started crying by himself when he found 2 pairs of beautifully finished shoes. So by the time he come, so the entire everything is completed, the work is completed. What he can see in his front of eyes, he can see 2 pairs of beautifully shoes on his workbench. He kept on his bench everything to sew the shoes. But as soon as he wake up and he came in the morning, he can see what he can see. He can see the beautifully stitched, everything is ready. Beautifully 2 pairs of shoes on his workbench. Who could make such fine shoes? He's thinking in his mind. The shoemaker is thinking in his mind. Who could make such fine shoes so quickly? So quickly who can make these shoes? He put them in his shop window. So he put them in his shop window means for the display. So when you visit some shops, no children, so you can see the displays of many shoes, no? So what did this shoemaker do? As soon as he saw the beautifully 2 pairs of shoes, so he put them in his shop window shopping. Yes, no children? So he put it on his shop window for display. And before long, some wealthy people came and paid a great deal of money for them. And before long, some wealthy people, who is a rich man, so they came and they purchased this 2 pair of shoes. The happy shoemaker went right out and bought even more leather. So by the time he displayed the shoe, so one of the richest man, he came and he purchased the 2 pair of shoes. Now he got the money. So what did the shoemaker do? So shoemaker went right out and he bought even more leather. 4 weeks and then months, then continued. He was making the things ready for the next day. This was continuing for how many? For a week, for a month, and this was continuing. So he'll keep the things, everything ready on the table. So by the time he will wake up in the morning, the shoes, everything will be ready. The pair of shoes will be ready. Whether the shoemaker cut 2 pairs or 4 pairs, the fine new shoes were always ready in the morning. How many pairs of shoes he wants to sew, he will keep ready. But it can be 2, 3, 4 or 5. So by the time he wake up in the morning, the shoes, everything will be ready. Soon his small shop was crowded with customers. He was very, very poor now. So what happened now? So soon his small shop, it was the shop was very small. It was crowded with customers. So there were so many people in the shop. He cut out many types of shoes. So he started cutting the different types of shoes. Stiff boots lined with fur, delicate slippers for dancers, walking shoes for ladies, tiny shoes for children. Yes, the children, you have seen many different types of shoes or Yes or no? So he started stitching all of this. The little shop prospered as never before, and the shopmaker was soon a rich man himself. The family wanted for nothing. So, how much ever he keep ready, for the next day to stitch the shoe. So everything was ready by the morning. So he was stitching the different kinds of varieties of shoes. You can see in your textbook, children. Take out page number 47. Can you see here? Yes. So these are the different varieties of shoes or sandals. Okay, so no children, even you will wear different kinds of shoes or sandals. When you come to school, you will wear shoes. When you go for a party, you will wear some other sandals. Yes or no? Yes. So what happened? So what happened to this shoemaker? He was becoming soon a rich man. He became a rich man himself. His family wanted for nothing. Now he is not in poor. Now he is have complete. He is wealthy. As the shoemaker and his wife sat by the fire one night and said. So once what happened? The shoemaker and his wife, they sat by the fire. One night he said, one of these days I shall have to find out who has been helping us. So now they have a time to think. So what they are thinking? So what they want to do, children? They want to see who is making this beautiful shoes. As the shopkeeper and his wife sat by the fire one night, he said, one of the day we have to find out who is helping us. We could hide behind the cupboard in your workroom. In the workroom, she said. That way we could find out just who are helping us. There will be a room, no children, to work. The shoemaker what? No, there was a room. So what they are thinking? We could find out just who is helping us. So what we need to do? We need to hide. We need to hide behind the cupboard. We'll hide behind the cupboard in your workroom. So we will come to know who is helping us. And that was just what they did. So they planned and they did it. That evening, when the clock struck 12, the shoemaker and his wife heard a noise. So when the clock was 12, the shoemaker and the wife, they heard some noise. Two tiny men, each with a bag of tools, were squeezing beneath a crack under the door. So when there was a 12, that evening what happened? The clock struck 12. The shoemaker and wife heard a noise. They saw the two tiny men. Can you see, children? Here the shoemaker and his wife. So they are hiding behind the cupboard. These are the two tiny men. Okay? Can you see? Yes? Yes. So when the clock struck 12, what did the shoemaker and the wife do, children? The shoemaker and his wife, they heard noise because these two tiny men, they were coming. So each with a bag of tools. So they are wearing a bag of tools, were squeezing beneath a crack under the door. So they are wearing a bag. What is the meaning of squeezing, children? Forcefully. So beneath means they are sitting under a crack under the door. So under the broken part, they are sitting under the door. They were elves. Elves means fairies. They worked all night and by the dawn. So they started working whole night. So they were working whole night and by the dawn. So before the sunrise, what is the meaning of dawn? So before the sunrise, they need to complete the work. They had used up all the leathers and made a row of bright new shoes on the table. So what did these two tiny men they do, children? So they have used all the leathers, whatever the shopmaker has bought the leathers, no? So he bought all the leathers, and what did they do? The two tiny men, so they made a row of bright new shoes and they kept it on the table. So whatever they have done, they display it on, they keep it on the table. The shoemaker and his wife were thrilled with what they saw. So they decided to see, now the shoemaker and his wife, They were very thrilled and what they saw. They were very excited what they saw. How kind-hearted creature they are. So what they both are saying? How kind-hearted and they are very creature. How living being. What is the creature means? Living things. How they live. They exclaim, how can we ever repay them for their kindness, said the honest shoemaker. So what they are saying? So they exclaim, how can we, what we can do ever to repay them for their kindness, said the honest shoemaker. Did not you notice that their clothes were torn, said his wife. So what the wife is saying to the shoemaker. So did not you notice that their clothes were torn. So the both tiny men's the clothes were torn. Let me sew them a set of clothes. So they decided to, what they decided? Let me sew them a set of clothes each and you can make some shoes for them. Even they are thinking to make a set of clothes and set of shoes for them. So the shoemaker and his wife worked hard whole day. So by seeing their kindness and what did the shoemaker and wife do, children? So the shoemaker and wife worked hard the whole day. What did they do? They stitched 2 new sets of clothes. So they stitched because the clothes they were wearing was torn, no, children. So what did the shopmaker and his wife do? So they stitched 2 new sets of clothes. So they started stitching 2 new sets of clothes and shoes for the little elves that they had helped them. Even they started stitching little shoes, little elves for little elves that they have helped them. They have helped lot of them to this shoemaker and his wife. No? So they started to stitch a new set of clothes and shoes for the little elves that had helped them. That night they placed the tiny clothes and the shoes on the work table. So once the shoemaker and his wife done with the 2 sets of clothes and shoes, so what did they do? So they kept it on the table. That night they placed the tiny clothes and the shoes on the work table. They kept on the work table where they used to come and sew the shoes. No, they also left out a plate of good things to eat and drink. So they also kept some things to eat and drink. Then they hid once again behind the cupboard and waited to see what would happen. So after keeping all the things on the work table, they started hiding again near the cupboard. Let us see what is going to happen. Just as before, the elves came in as the clock struck 12 at midnight. So as usually they come in the midnight at 12 o'clock, no? So they jumped on the bench to begin their work. So as soon as they came, they start doing their work, no? So as soon as they came, they started coming and they started jumping on the bench and they started to begin their work. But when they saw all the presents, they began to laugh and shout with joy. So what was it was placed on the table? The 2 new set of clothes and the 2 sets of shoes, 2 pair of shoes for eating and drinking. Many things they have kept. Who? The shoemaker and his wife. So by seeing this, what did they do, children? They began to, so they saw all the presents and they began to laugh. If you see something, you'll feel very happy, no? So by seeing this, they were laughing and they were shouting with a joy, with a happiness. They quickly tried on all the clothes. As soon as you see what you receive, something bought from your parents, you will start taking and you will start eating, or if they purchase the clothes for you, you start wearing and you will see how you like. Same thing here. So they quickly tried on all the clothes and then started having the food. Then after wearing the clothes, then they started having the food and the drink. Then they jumped down and danced excitedly. So by seeing all this, they jumped and they danced excitedly. They were very, very happy. Around the workroom, where they were doing all this? Around the workroom. As soon as it was dawn, the elves left the shop still dancing and enjoying. Also dawn means what? Before the sunrise, they left the shop, still they were dancing and enjoying before leaving the workroom. The shoemaker and his wife were also pleased that they made their fairy friend so happy. Even the shoemaker and his wife, they were very, very happy because they made their fairy friend so happy, because from that day onwards the elf did not visit them again. From that day onwards, when the present everything was kept it on the table, no? So from that day onwards they did not come back to the workroom. So the elf did not visit them again. The shopkeeper continued to prosper, and he and his family always remembered the good elves that had helped them during the hard times, because in the beginning they were very, very poor and they were not even having a complete food to eat. So now they are healthy, so they are wealthy. So because of this elf. So the shoemaker and his wife, they were very happy. What they made their fairy friends so happy. So from that day onwards, the elf did not visit the workroom again. The shoemaker, he continued his work, and his family always remembered the hard times. The good elves had helped them during the hard times. Elves, when they were very in difficult situation, the elves came to help. They won't remember that. Okay. I hope you all have understood this lesson. I want you all to read this lesson, okay, and practice the meanings with the spellings. Okay, I will be asking you to read the lesson, and I will be asking the questions also in the interactive session. Now take out page number 43. We'll start doing the textbook exercise. Okay children? Yes? Children, I hope you're all ready with your textbook. Page number 43. Complete the sentences choosing suitable words from the options given below. So by seeing the options, we need to complete this sentence. The shoemaker and his wife lived in a small, where did they live children? In a small village. V-I-L-L-A-G-E. Village. Okay, option A, tick. It was difficult for him even to arrange for dash square meals a day. So option A, 2, T-W-O, 2. He went to the market and bought enough dash to make 2 pairs of shoes. What did he bought children from the market? Leather, option A, leather. L-E-A-T-H-E-R, leather. A dash man came into their shop and bought the shoes. Who came to shop to purchase the shoes children? Option B, rich man. R-I-C-H, rich. The shoemaker and his wife wanted to know who their dash was. Okay, so option B, helper. Their helper, H-E-L-P-E-R. The shoemaker and his wife wanted to know who their helper was. When the clock struck dash, they saw 2 tiny men came in. So what is the answer? Option B, 12. T-W-E-L-V-E, 12. The dash tried them on and then began to jump and dance with joy. So option A, quickly. Q-U-I-C-K-L-Y, quickly. Okay. Exercise B, answer the following will be written in the classwork. Now turn the page. Tick the true sentences and cross the false one. So whichever is correct, we need to tick it. Whichever is wrong, what we need to do? We need to cross out. Okay. The shoemaker was a poor man. Yes, no children, the shoemaker was a poor man. Tick. He was sad thinking that someone might have stolen his last piece of leather. Yes, it is correct. Tick. The shoemaker and his wife wondered who made the shoes. Yes, no children, it is correct. Tick. No one came to buy the shoes that day, so it is wrong. cross. The shoemaker and his wife did not care about the person who helped them. No, it is wrong. They cared no children. The shoemaker and his wife left only the clothes and shoes for the elves. So, cross. The shoemaker and his family always remembered the good elves. Yes, do they remember no children? Yes, correct. Okay, do it neatly children. Next, look at the word payment. It is made by adding the suffix ment to the verb pay. The new word thus formed is a noun. It means an amount of money that you pay, and ment to the words given below and make new words. Remember, you cannot add this suffix to every word. Okay, settle. What we can write children? Settle, settlement. 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 Harass, harassment. 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 Briefly, same. BRIEFLY. Excite, excitement. 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 Play, it remains same. PLAY. Play. Next, argue, argument. 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 Arrive, it remains same. ARRIVE. Amaze, amazement. AMAZEMENT. Search, it remains same. SEARCH. Find also, it remains same. FIND. Find. Okay, now turn the page. Exercise E. Listen to your teacher. Pronounce each of the words given below. Write 2 rhyming words for each of this. We have to write the 2 rhyming words for each of these words. Okay. Small, for example, small, tall, fall. Okay. Meals, what we can write children? Meals, deals, DEALS. Deals and heels, HEALS, heels. Leather, what we can write? Leather. Feather and weather? Yes, feather, FEATHER, feather. Weather, WEATHER, weather. Bench, brunch and munch, BRUNCH, brunch. Munch, MUNCH, munch. Enjoy, joy and boy, yes, joy, boy, BOY, boy. Surprise, rise, RICE, rise. Prize, PRICE, prize. Clock, okay children, block, BLOCK, block. Flock, FLOCK, flock. Tiny, shiny and rainy, SHINY, shiny. Rain, RAINY. Okay, so I want you to read exercise F. Okay, then so next exercise G also you have to do this by yourself, creative writing. If you are asked to become a bird for a day, which bird would you like to be? Why? Okay, you have to write a paragraph of about 50 to 60 words. So it is in case if you want to become a bird for a day, only for a day. So you want to become which bird and would you like and why? You have to give the reason also why you have chosen the bird and why, which bird would you like to B and Y. Okay, this should be completed by you and you can go through this activity. Okay children, yes, this completes this lesson. Okay, I want you to read the lesson and go through all the exercise part. I'll be asking the questions in the interactive session and I may ask you to read the lesson also and practice the meanings with the exercises. Okay children, thank you.